Today, students, we're going to be doing Google Docs lesson 2.7. It's entitled FBLA Club Poster, and you're going to be creating a block-style business letter. In the overview, it says you are the president of your FBLA chapter, and you need to get out information about several FBLA events that will be happening in the coming year. In your information technology class, you are learning to type block style business letters, so you decide to type your letter in that format. In this lesson, you will use Google Docs to type a block style business letter. And the new skills here, you're going to be keying a block style business letter. You're going to be using bullets, changing line spacing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the instructions there. And of course, all the instructions start very similar. It says you're going to go to your My Docs folder. So I need to navigate to that. So here is where I have my Docs folder. So I'm going to go into My Docs. And it says to create a new document and name it lesson 2.7, new, Google Docs. It's taking it a moment to load here for whatever reason. All right. And come up here to Untitled Document. When it gets fully loaded, you can call it lesson 2.7. And then I'm ready to begin down here. All right, it says from the File menu, you're going to choose Page Setup and Page Setup. And then it says change the top margin to 2 inches. 2. And then it says make sure the other margins are set to 1 inch and mine are not. So I'm changing mine to 1. I don't think I'm not changing anything else on there. So my top margin moved down a little bit. My right margin moved in. Left margin moved in. Now I see an illustration there. It shows me what I'm going to need for what's coming up. It looks like in step 3, it says now you will need to change the line spacing of the document to single spacing. So I'm going to have to go to my More button. And it says hint, you may need to click on the More button to get the line spacing. There's line spacing, and I'm going to choose single. All right. And then in step 4, it says to change the font to Times New Roman. So Times New Roman. So I'm going to go all the way to the end. There's Times New Roman. And it says change the font size to 12. Doing all of this before I begin, so it'll automatically apply this formatting to the document that we're going to be creating. And in step number 5, it says to key block style business letter. It says starting on the first line of the document, you will key the following letter exactly as it appears below. At the end of each section, it will tell you how many times to hit enter before keying the next line. It says you will not type the line spacing. It's just there to tell you how many times to hit enter. And also you're not going to put that box around it either. Okay? That's just there to set off what it is that you're typing. So as I'm looking at this letter, I see things that I'm going to type, but if it's in blue or red, I'm not going to type that. All right, so here on my first line, it says to type. I'm going to start, and this is the return address, 2465 Baltimore Street. And then hit enter. If it doesn't say how many times to hit enter, you just hit enter once. Manila, Arkansas, 72442. And then August 28, 20XX. What's it mean? Oh, okay. Replace XX with the current date. So it's 18. Then it says to hit enter 4X, which 4X means 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the mailing address. This is who it's going to. This address, the return address, this is who it's from. Okay, and then this is the name and address of who it is going to. Make sure you're paying attention to the spacing. So that's called the mailing address, and then it says to hit enter 2 times. And I'm going to type the salutation. It has a colon at the end, and then it says to hit enter 2 times. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here. Before I do though, I'll notice I have a spelling error here, so I'm going to right click that. But I'm going to go ahead and pause this video at this time, and that way I can go ahead and key the rest of the document. Okay, key the rest of the document, and then I will come back and we'll continue. Okay, so you can see that I've keyed most of the rest of the document. I finished out that sentence, and then I moved on. I'm not quite finished with it, so I'm going to go ahead but I want to just talk about a couple things first of all. First of all, in the middle of this letter, you'll see the bulleted list. Okay, to do that, you just select those items. You may have to go to more. I did, and then I just click on the bullet, and it bullets those. Okay, and then down here in this last paragraph, it says to insert your school email address here. So this is where I would type my school email address. And then there is a period at the end. And thanks for all your help. Period. Oop, there's a mistake. I'm going to go back and fix. Okay. And it says to hit enter 2 times and type sincerely. And a comma, and then to hit enter 4 times. That's the sincerely. This is the body of the letter. Okay. This sincerely is the complimentary close, and we hit enter 4 times, and then it says insert your first and last name here, and then president, and then Manila Middle School FBLA. Okay, so this is the complimentary close. This space right here, if we printed this letter out, this is where you would sign your name, which makes it an official document. Okay, so we have keyed the entire document. All right, and you'll see that there. The last instruction says to proofread the entire document, look for spelling and grammar errors, and I'm not seeing any here. Okay, I'm going to zoom out so I can look at this, and it looks pretty good. I mean, I can't really see it very well, but looks pretty good there. Oh, I do see another mistake right there. President. Have to catch those errors, because if you don't, you will lose points for them. So just be a warning of that, but this looks great. And then step 7 says to turn it in. So hopefully yours looks like this. You have that space at the top. If you'll stay tuned, I will have a picture of the key on the screen for you so you can compare yours. And if yours doesn't look the same, you need to figure out why, or ask your teacher a question. All right.